be some foliage changes
coming
in the area.
Fall actually is probably my favorite season in North Idaho.
It's absolutely my favorite season.
Yes.
I love the fall.
Yes. We are going to break down and get into some fall time activities here in North Idaho that we love to partake in, that we want to make sure if you're a visitor, if you just moved here, or maybe you've lived here for a while and you're like, what could I do? I need something new to do here in North Idaho during the months of September, October. We've got some ideas for you. Before we get into it, make sure to,
as always, like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notifications so you don't miss anything, and just pay attention to us.
yes,
Please.
So, fall time activities here in North Idaho.
So many.
First and foremost, Oktoberfest.
The best.
Yes. And there's many, I feel like there's multiple Oktoberfest activities.
Yeah, like smaller
Yes.
venue ones.
Yes.
But kind of the main downtown association puts on is typically the end of September, actually. I think actually this year it falls in October, though, the way the weekends worked out. It's like the first weekend of October.
Gotcha.
And that always coincides with the Cordofondo bike race.
That's right.
Yeah, so they do a
Yes.
big road bike race. There's two options. You can do bike out there, and then you take one of the cruise ships from the resort back.
Yes.
Or you can do the opposite, or I think you can do both. You can like bike out there and bike back.
Yes. There's a shorter version and a longer version.
Yeah.
Yes.
But essentially, with your registration, you get entry into the Oktoberfest because, cardio, those long distance cardio people love beer so much.
Yes.
It's like a really good team
combination.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's usually downtown. They have all sorts of breweries and ales from local breweries and local makers. They bring, you can get your cup or whatever, your
mug, chalice.
Yeah, chalice, mug.
Chalice?
Yes.
Stein.
Your branded Stein.
Yes, that's what it is.
Exactly. The event Stein. And it's just fun. It's a social event. The weather's kind of cooling down, which I love.
Sometimes.
Yes.
Sometimes it's hot.
True. It
But
has been
most of the
warm.
time it gets
yes,
pretty cold.
It gets a little chillier. So that's always a fun event to partake in. So highly recommend checking out Oktoberfest downtown.
Yeah.
Meet a lot of people, drink some fun drinks.
And it's kind of a cool way to check out some local shops that maybe you haven't really thought about peeking in, because a lot of the local stores down Sherman, like the smaller clothing boutiques, they'll put a keg in their store because you get a map. And I think you get like something if you check out all of the different kegs as well. But it's kind of a nice little advertisement for some local businesses as well to participate in that and get people in their stores that maybe might not have done that on their own.
Exactly. Yes. So next thing on the list is Green Bluff.
Yes, Green Bluff.
So, when you start seeing all your friends online posting pictures at the pumpkin patch.
They drag their boyfriends in matching sweaters,
babies.
dogs.
Yes. And they
That's
do like
Green Bluff.
hay rides and things like that, apple picking.
Yeah, you're too hot because you're in those sweaters and scarves and
Yes.
it's not quite cool enough yet.
Yes.
But you need the Instagram.
Yes.
It's important.
You need the background.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's important.
So Green Bluff is a yearly fall time event that is just super popular. It's over in Spokane in the north, kind of northeast side of Spokane, about 30-ish minutes from Coeur d'Alene. But it's a great activity, very family friendly.
Yeah.
Lots of activities for the kids. The pumpkin beer.
Yeah, they do like pumpkin beer. They do pumpkin donuts. There's like the caramel apples. Again, very family friendly. I think there's always like a little face painter out there for the kids. Some like goats and other farm animals. I think they have like a little almost petting zoo kind of setup. But yeah, pumpkin. They do like their own pumpkin beer, and it's super good. Yeah,
Definitely. So highly recommend Green Bluff. Another activity here locally that we see that's popular in the fall time is Scarywood. And Scarywood is definitely more, oh my God, that scared me. Scarywood's definitely more of a Halloween time activity. So Silverwood, which is the largest amusement park in the Pacific Northwest, located here in Idaho, in Athol, Idaho, about 25 minutes north of Coeur d'Alene. What they do at the end of every season, summer season, they close down and they transform the park into multiple haunted houses. They run the rides backwards at nighttime. It's just really,
they pay like a lot of local like theater students and theater kids to come and like dress up as zombies or scary people and like literally chase you around this park. Like it's scary.
Yes.
Very scary.
Oh, and the production quality of the costumes,
insane.
And the haunted houses, like it's something that you would expect to see in Hollywood. I feel like.
They do an excellent job.
Yes. So Scarywood is just one of the coolest things that gets offered here. It's an evening time activity, probably not the greatest for small kids.
I mean, it's hard for me.
And you're an adult.
I'm an adult, kind of.
But it's also an evening time activity in October, so pack some jackets, maybe some gloves.
Definitely, I would say gloves for sure.
Even a beanie potentially. So because the rides are open and it's such a popular event, you're definitely kind of hanging out in line like you do during the regular season. In getting into the haunted houses and stuff like that, it'll get warmer, but then you come out, you're waiting for the rides. Yeah. And you'll definitely want to kind of bundle up usually. So next thing on the list is Fall Fest at Schweitzer Mountain Resort.
Yes.
And we love Schweitzer.
Love Schweitzer, yeah.
It's the ski hill, the local ski hill here in town. It's kind of the big deal resort of all of the ski hills.
Yeah, and a little bit more amenities up in the village and
yes.
Events,
but before the snow flies, every Labor Day, kind of kicking off fall, is Fall Fest, and that is another Oktoberfest style.
Yeah, 4 days I think they're doing it this year.
Yes.
But live music, a bunch again local breweries. I'll come. There's I think also seltzer and wine tents as well as craft beer. But a ton of live music. You can take the chairlift up to the Sky House and kind of hang out up there, which is always really cool to see, the Lake Pend Oreille and that kind of vantage point cleared out and without the snow. I love Schweitzer in the summer.
I know.
It's so fun.
Yeah, so this is a great kickoff event for fall. It is at the top of the mountain in the village, so you definitely want to make sure that you either rent an Airbnb up there so you've got somewhere to crash, or you have a DD,
or you plan responsibly
to bring you home because those beers are heavy.
Yeah,
and
you're at a little bit of an altitude.
Yes, so it's definitely a good idea to have a safe ride home. Drink responsibly.
Always. You can park your car at the base. They have shuttles that run every half an hour from the Red Barn up to the village, and then you Uber from there.
Yes, exactly. So highly recommend a Fall Fest visit. Again, Labor Day weekend, kickoff to fall. Another thing that we have on our list is downtown Coeur d'Alene every Wednesday has a farmer's market throughout the summer, but when we get into September and into the fall, they kind of shift it into like an Apple Palooza is one of the particular Wednesdays that are down there. And it's a big focus on like fall fruits, vegetables, apples, because obviously it's part of the harvest season, and apples are a big thing in the Pacific Northwest, especially just right across the border in Washington.
Yeah.
Big Washington apples. So the farmers market downtown is just so cute. They have
So
live
cute.
music, all sorts of vendors, all sorts of food, all sorts of produce and flowers. And so it's cute when they turn on kind of the fall theme and cater to that, you know, that aesthetic. It's
like
just
a whole vibe.
Yes, it is. It's so cute. So definitely check that out. That's on Wednesdays. So the other thing on the list, next thing on the list is, it's not really here in town, but fall time is a great time of year to visit the wineries that are within driving distance of Coeur d'Alene. And the biggest wine community that's just within about 3 hours of Coeur d'Alene is Walla Walla. And Walla Walla is in like the Palouse area, the western Palouse area of Washington. Again, about 3 hours away. There's hotels, but it's great to rent an Airbnb there.
It's a cute, like, tiny little town.
Yes.
It's not really much going on there aside from the wineries, honestly.
Yes.
But Walla Walla, I'm sure if anybody from other parts of the country are watching this, know Walla Walla wine. Like, it's fairly highly sought after. It's yummy.
Yes. And these wineries in Walla Walla, I would say, you know, they match what you see in Napa and these other wine countries, wine regions around the country. These beautiful tasting rooms. You get out in these rolling hills, and in the fall time, so Walla Walla gets really hot.
I was
in
just
the
there
summertime.
last week
Yes.
for a concert, and it was like 106.
Yeah. It's
gets
super
hot.
hot in this area of Washington because it's just rolling hills. There's not a lot of mountains or trees or anything like that.
Which
It's
is why
great
their
for
wine is good.
agriculture.
It's like, that's why their wine is good.
Yes, but it's great in the fall time because it cools down. You know, we talk about the pumpkin spice lattes and the fall aesthetic and the flannels and the hats and the boots. You go to Walla Walla in the fall time and you look like, I mean, it looks like an Instagram shoot everywhere.
It's
you
like a
go.
Pinterest board.
It's a Pinterest board. It's a mood board for fall
Yes.
in Walla Walla. The downtown area is super cute. They've got a bunch of tasting rooms downtown. They've got really great restaurants
Their
downtown.
food is, they've got
Really
really
good.
good restaurants over there.
Yes, so highly recommend a fall time winery visit to the Walla Walla area. Again, that's within a couple hours of Coeur d'Alene. It's a great weekend trip. Just a lot of fun. Definitely a different activity that you don't do every single weekend. So put that on your list. Another thing that we've got here too that we see a lot in the fall time, in addition to like the pumpkin patches and the hay rides and things like that, are corn mazes. And those can be just a different activity. Again, very family friendly, good date night activity.
Yeah.
Just
You can go. They definitely have like the haunted ones with like the chainsaw guys running after you. But I know they do like in the daytime where they're just like the corn mazes, so you can still like take your kids.
Yes.
And it's not like a horror scene for the whole time. It's usually like after dark is when they get
haunted. Traumatized.
Yeah. So
Yes.
if you're looking for like a family friendly version of that, typically go when the sun's still out.
Yes, yes. And then last thing on our list, because fall time means cool down, and we get really warm here in August. I mean, today I think the expected temperature here at the
like
end of
90
August is in the high 90s, almost 100. So it does get warm here at the end of the summer. So when things start to cool down and the trees change,
so
and you
pretty.
get that crispness in the air in the mornings.
Yeah.
One of the coolest things you can do is to get out and hike Mineral Ridge.
Yeah.
Canfield Mountain, Tubbs Hill, Centennial Trail. We have a lot of deciduous trees and they all change colors. You get over into like the Silver Valley and Wallace too.
It's insane.
Oh, beautiful. You know, if you're a photographer or you enjoy the changing foliage, I mean, I would say sometimes this looks like something you'd see in Maine or New Hampshire in the fall time.
Even if you're driving, like I feel like Government and 3rd Street, like those are some of my favorite streets to drive down in like the fall, because like the whole sides of the street are just like totally covered in different colors. It's just
gold,
gorgeous.
orange, amber, like all the colors. And then the other fun thing that we see, we have a lot of larch trees and tamarack trees out in our forested areas, and those turn colors in the fall into this like really beautiful gold color.
Yeah.
And they're just pop up throughout the trees, the pine and the spruce and the cedars and whatnot that stay green all year round. But these evergreens change colors, and it is just beautiful. And like you get out there around the lake, and maybe there's a little fog or a little mist. It's just, it's beautiful. So if you're into scenery and nature, photography, or just like taking in just
nature,
God's country, essentially up here, getting out and about on a hike and getting out in nature is highly recommended for fall. So hopefully you guys enjoyed these tips for fall time activities here in North Idaho and in the Coeur d'Alene area. If you know of something or you have things that you've done that we didn't mention, feel free to put them in the comments. You can always call us, text us, email us. If you have any questions about North Idaho, we talk to people all the time as real estate agents who live here, who are moving here, who want to visit. We have you guys who are watching reach out to us all the time with questions and feedback, and we appreciate that so much. So don't hesitate to get in touch with us if you need anything. But we hope you enjoyed these tips. We will be back next week with another video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications so that you can stay up to date on everything North Idaho.
Bye.